My voice is loud and clear. Online students, could you please confirm? Is my voice is loud and clear? It is clear, right? Done. Okay. Uh, let's start the session. So in today's class, we are going to continue with the core Python. And before continuing with the core Python, just I want to confirm you with you guys as you are all the students enrolled for the program, and only enrolled students are in the present class, either in terms of offline or online. So first point I want to confirm you is my mail ID is srk at the rate of srk dot nareshit at the rate of gmail.com. This is my mail ID. So you are going to send what are the questions you are having, your doubts, what are the doubts you are having. You can share the doubts to this one. Whenever you are having the doubts, subject related doubts, you are going to share to this one. This is my mail ID, subject related doubts. Okay, subject related or project related, your resumes, all these things you are going to send to this particular mail ID. And I'm going to share you with one more mail ID also. That mail ID is, just a minute. Okay, the mail ID, second mail ID is in terms of this srk.ds test. Okay. One minute. I'm checking the mail ID once. I'm confirming you. Okay. So second one is srk.ds mock test. Second mail ID, sorry. My second mail ID is srk.ds mock test at the rate of gmail.com. Okay, this is the second one for which you are going to share me the solutions for the test. Okay, solutions. So solutions whenever we have the test, when we have test. Okay, this is the second mail ID. So everyone please take a note. Two mail IDs. Mail ID one is whenever you are having the doubts, you are going to share the doubts to this. And second one is whenever I conduct the test, you are going to share the solutions to this particular mail ID. First, question number one, when this test will be completed? When the test will be done means when we complete the first one called as core Python, then test number one will be done. So you can take a note of test one is when we complete the core Python. Based on the core Python, you are going to have the test. Test number two, you are going to have when we complete the Python related to data science, Python for data science. That includes the Python for data science or Python for data analytics. Okay. What is this include means? It includes the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. So what are the related to data analytics? You are going to have the test number two. Okay, based on these two, you are so in the Python two tests will be completed. And Once the tests are completed, here I'm going to share you the assignment, or here you are going to have one more project type. Okay, so this one we are going to have test number. So test number 1 is on core Python. Test 2 will be on the Python when we complete the data analytics. Means this generally will take 2 weeks of time. This will take 2 weeks of time. So every 2 weeks once you'll have the test, right? And once we complete from here, test number 3. So after completing this one, we are going to complete the statistics. So when we complete the statistics, we are going to have the test number 3 based on the statistics. And test number 4 would be based on the next part. We are going to discuss the SQL. So the basics of the SQL will be there, and also test number 5 would be on the advanced SQL. 2 tests would be conducted on SQL, right? And followed by, you will have in terms of followed by next one is on Power BI. So you'll have the test on Power BI, and you will have the test on Tableau, and one is on Excel. And test number 8 would be on Tableau. So these are the course contents, right? So based on the course contents, what are the things we are going to cover? Based on this, you are going to have the different tests. Okay, total 8 tests will be there. Every 15 days once test will be there. So total 15 days once means per month 2 tests. So 4 months, 4 twos are 8 tests you are going to take. And all these tests will be of MCQ. Okay, MCQ, which will support for your certification in the future. So these are all the certification based MCQs. So it will help you to clear the certification exams very clearly in the data analytics area. Whether you take the TCS exam, or whether you take Wipro exam, or you take in terms of Microsoft certification, any certification, whenever you go with the certification or whenever you go to the data analyst related tests, these questions will be included. Most repeated questions. In every test, you will get around 60 questions. Okay, 60 questions, and 1 hour will be the exam time. Okay, so every 1 minute you have to complete one question, right? It is going to be the MCQ, which will help you for your this one. Apart from this, we are going to share you the every time again test will be conducted after completing the entire Python. With the entire Python, one more test is there, that is called as interview test. With the Python, you will have the interview test. What is this interview test means? Here I will give you the theoretical questions, not the MCQ. Theoretical questions will be shared to you. Means in the interview, they'll ask you the theory questions now. That questions would be here. And you have to answer those questions. So this is going to be the one test will be on interview questions for theoretical questions, and one test will be on SQL related interview test, and one would be on similarly related to Power BI, and followed by Tableau. So like this, you are going to have the 4 interview tests. In this, you are going to get the most repeated interview questions. And one would be the grand test. Grand test means it includes the everything. So like this, we are going to have the multiple tests. So grand test means where it includes the entire syllabus. This would be at the end, in the last. Okay. And what are the tests we are going to have? For all the tests, you have to share the solutions and to this particular mail ID. Whichever the mail ID I have shared to you this. This is the mail ID. For this mail ID, you have to share, and we are going to disclose your marks directly in the Excel sheet. That Excel sheet will be uploaded in your Google Classroom itself. Your marks you can check in the Google Classroom itself. And all these tests will be conducted in the Saturdays only. One Saturday, for example, if you are completing the Python for data analytics, next Saturday, alternate Saturday, I told you one more test will be coming for statistics now. In between, I will complete the Python interview test. So mostly you can think that you will have every Saturday one test, literally. One time MCQ will be there, one time interview will be there. MCQ will be there, interview will be there. Like this, every Saturday you will have the test. What is the test timings means? The test timings will be locked with in your class timings only. Okay. So there'll be no difference. You don't need to find any other timings or anything. And whoever the online students are there, online students has to attend the test online. Offline students, you can take the test in either offline or online. Choice is yours. If you are unable to come here, whether you are coming for the test or not, that is not important. Taking the test sincerely, and after taking the test, identifying where is your drawbacks and rectifying your drawbacks, and learning that area and making strong of yourself is important. Here in the test, if you get by copying, if you got 100 out of 100 also, I'm not going to give any gold medal. I'm not going to share any kind of Nobel Prize. I'll not get any kind of impression. Based on the, for example, you have copied. By seeing others' paper, you have copied and you have got extra 10 marks. What you will get? With that, what you will get? You will not even get 1 rupee chocolate also from me. So there is no use, na? So simple. Here you have to write on your own, and after writing, you have to check the answers. And which are the parts you are lagging, or which areas you are getting the less marks, that areas you have to identify and you have to rectify yourself to get the better score. Then automatically you are going to get benefited in the real interviews and you are having a very good career. If copied, by copying 100 out of 100 if you get also, and if you bluff yourself finally, and if you feel yourself that you have got the subject, but in the real interview you will only fail, right? In the class, you might be successful. You may think that I have cheated others. You may think that I have cheated SRK also. But at the end, who is going to lose with that? So here the point is very simple. Writing everything sincerely, doing the work from your end is only more important. Is the points are clear? Done. So these are the tests which I am going to conduct, and all the test question papers will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. So as I've told you, Google Classroom. So I think everyone is registered for the program. So whoever the students has paid for the course fees of program, you will get the Google Classroom. So please contact the admin. If you have not received the Google Classroom, immediately contact the admin, and admin is going to share you the Google Classroom invitation. Please contact the admin. Whoever has paid the course fees, please contact the admin. And once you share, once the admin has given you the permission, at that time only, then you will have with respect to accessing the Google Classroom. Okay. Just a minute. So here, what are the Google Classroom you are having? This is the Google Classroom. And in this Google Classroom, just you can join this Google Classroom. After joining the Google Classroom, just click on the drive. There is a Google Drive. In this Google Drive, you will have the complete notes. As of now, here you are having the Python, because we have started with the Python. So only the folder name is called as Python. And I'm going to share you one more. This is called as daily running notes. One more folder, daily notes. Apart from the course notes, what are the notepad or something I'll write now, that will be shared here. And along with this daily task, right? So here first coming to the your Python folder. In that Python folder, again you are having in terms of Python introduction along with the Python installation. So what are the introduction PPT is there now? Python introduction PPT. That PPT was uploaded here, where you will not have the download access. There is no option called as download. Download was disabled. Okay, don't ask for the download. Okay, there is no option for the download. Since there is no option for the download, these notes will be for you lifetime. Okay, no need to worry that if there is no download after the class, what happens? So for lifetime, the drive will be as it is. You can save the link and it will be for lifetime. The same classroom will be for lifetime. Google Classroom will be for lifetime. Okay. Now, what are the PPTs? That is Python introduction along with the Python installation. I have shared you. And yesterday's class, what are the core Python? We have discussed. First one is variables. What is meant by variables? Before variables, I have discussed with you the comments. Single line comment and multi-line comment. And after that, I have discussed with you the variables. So the variable notes was written and how to delete the variables. So how to assign the variables we have discussed. At the same time, how to assign the multiple variables. How to assign the multiple variables, multiple values to multiple variables. A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. or you can assign the for all the variables with a single value, right? And at the same time, we have discussed the how to delete the single variable, how to delete the multiple variables with examples. Notes was there, below example also is there. Okay. Similarly, coming to the print, yesterday we have discussed print the numerical value. When you want to print a value, no need to either value or variable. So directly you are going to write the value. Or if you want to print the variables, you are going to write the variable. How to print a single variable, how to print the multiple variables, and how to print the combination of both of them, right? And along with the data types, so we have discussed int type, float type, bool type, and string types. So these are the notes which we have covered earlier. Based on that, I have already uploaded everything, and these are the things which you can revise. And along with this, I'm going to share you the daily task, and once I share you the daily task, you are going to complete the task every day. Sir, how are you going to check the task also, miss? No, I'm not going to check the task. Then how you can know that task was completed or not, miss? If you complete the task every day, automatically your weekend score will be there, na? That would be high. When I test you, automatically your marks are very high, miss. Without learning, how marks will be high? Obviously it indicates that you are learning. Okay, when we are testing you now, so in the test marks are high, miss, automatically it indicates you are not. When the students are not practicing, only marks will be less. Students are practicing on time, everything, miss, marks automatically will be high. Particularly you don't need to indicate that. So while practicing, if you are having any doubts, please contact these online students are going to clarify doubts by using these Zoom sessions. Or offline students also can connect, that is not a problem. Even online students and offline students, particularly offline students, you are having the lab facility offline, so you can bring the laptop and you can sit in the lab. Then the mentors will support you. Whenever you have the doubts, show your screen and ask what are the doubts you are having. See, here doubts are two types. One is theoretical questions, one is coding questions. Coding questions cannot answer without seeing the code, what mistake you have done. Maybe syntax error. Syntax error you have got. The syntax error is due to the inverted commas you have missed, a bracket you have missed, or previously what you have written. How we can know? Without saying that one, we can't sell. Is the point is clear? So without saying what mistake you have done in the previous, we can't tell the exactly what mistake you have done in the code. So whenever there is a coding related questions, show the code and ask the question. If it is a theoretical question, then no need to show the code. Ask directly, orally, we'll also answer orally. Is the points are clear, guys? So online students are going to use these links for clarifying their doubts. Offline students are going to clarify their doubts by attending in the offline lab. And in the lab, what you have to do? So the best methodology from my perspective, I'm saying, guys, for learning from my perspective, try this. Okay. Just push the door. Push. Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Now, coming to the learning, first, what are the concepts we are discussing in the class? First, try to revise. Okay. Try to revise the concepts first. After revising the concepts, then you start doing the practicing. Now, what is the difference between the revising the concepts versus practicing? Means doing the same thing, doing whatever we have discussed in the class is called as revision. Doing whatever we have discussed, what we discussed in the class is called as revision. First do that. So what are the examples I'm going to explain? What are the concepts I'm explaining? Do as it is. Okay, revise. After revising, in your mind, some questions would be there now. If I do like this, what happens? If I do like this, what happens? If in this case, what happens? Like this, some questions would be there, right? Sir, why I can't do like this? Some questions would be there now. Trying the new things are called as practicing. Okay, trying new. What are the in your mind? Something is there, right? That one is called as practicing. Trying on the new things. Okay. After once learning the concepts, then applying those concepts, you have to apply the concepts and you have to do in the what are the task or what are the tests we are giving. Okay. Some people what they'll do means they will do the practicing while testing. Means generally when we have to do the testing, when the test will be done, first in the class we have to learn the concepts. After learning we'll do the practice. After practice we'll go to the exam and we'll take the test. In the examination hall we'll not practice now. By seeing the question paper we'll not practice now. Some students what they'll do means they'll take the question paper and they'll practice in a reverse. So don't do that one, and the answer will be the confusion. So what are the things I'm going to share it to you? So some task I'll share now. The task also you practice. Not only my task, in your brain, what are the questions you are having? Everything you practice. Sir, if I try like this, what happens? If in this case, what happens? Everything. So task I'm going to share for your practice. At the same time, what are you having? Do that one. Okay. Always learn and dedicate a good amount of time for your practice every day. Right? And after this, next, whenever there is a test, take the test. Okay. So daily we are going to share you the notes, where these notes will be uploaded after the class immediately. So the notes will be uploaded in the drive. So I'm not going to open the classroom for every time. So already I have shown you in the classroom how do you have to access the Google Drive. So this is the Google Drive link. Save this link. And students who has not paid the course fees or others who are trying to access these notes, they cannot access. It is restricted only to my students. It is not a open link. Only to my students it is restricted who are the part of the Google Classroom. Only those students can access this Google Drive. Okay. Here I'm going to share you the daily task and what are the notepads or everything, whatever we are discussing, that notes will be uploaded here. Everyday's running notes will be uploaded here for your revision purpose. Is the points are clear? Now, whoever the students has paid the course, please contact the admin and get the Google Classroom invitation. And online students, already we have shared the Google Classroom invitation. Online students, we have shared for online students who has registered for the course. Online students, we shared Google Classroom invitation to mail. Google Classroom invitation to mail. Could you check and join that one? Please check and join. Online students, check now. If possible, check now. Please check now and join in the Google Classroom. Once you join in the Google Classroom, there only the Google Drive will be available. Is the points are clear? Now, if I share you this link also, and if you take the link and if you try to access also, you cannot access. Though you have paid the course fees, without joining in the Google Classroom directly also, you cannot access. If you send a mail for me, sir, I have paid the fees, sir, please give me the permission for this drive also, I will not give the permission. So only one thing is you have to connect to the admin. Admin only is going to share you the Google Classroom invitation. And once you join in the Google Classroom, then you can see the Google Drive. Is the points are clear? Everyone? Any questions? And coming to the next one, last one is regarding the videos. So from today, only to the paid students who has paid separately for videos, they will receive the videos. Only those students will receive the videos. Till now, what are the videos you are receiving every day in the WhatsApp community at free of cost? Now, that will not be from now. From today, only to the students who has paid for the separately for videos exclusively. Okay. General course fees is 15,000 without recordings. With recordings, some additional fees is there for recordings. So what are the additional fees is there for recordings? Only who has paid for the separately for videos, those people will receive. Those will receive the videos from today to your mail. Okay, to your mail, respect to mail. Okay, others will not receive that. And these videos will not be shared in the Google Drive. These videos will not even shared in the Google Classroom. Because this is only exclusively for the paid students who has paid for the separately for videos. Is the point is clear? Videos point? Everyone? Is your question is clear? Right? Everyone is clear now about the videos also. Till yesterday, what are the videos you have received at free of cost? That is only for demo classes. Demo is completed. Regular classes of some of the classes are also completed. From today, everything was changed. Only the paid students will allowed to sit in the class. Other students will not be allowed to sit in the class also to join in the link. Is the points are clear now, everyone? Regarding the videos also, it is clear, right? So notes is clear, classroom is clear, everyone is clear. Any questions? Non-technical questions other than subject. Any questions are there? Please, you can ask what are the questions. If no questions, we'll enter into the subject. And it is going to be routine life. Every day I will complete the class. After completing, I will upload the notes and task you are going to practice. Common. That is going to be regular every day. And every Saturday test will be there. Monday to Friday classes. Monday to Friday only classes. Sir, tomorrow there is a class, means there is no class tomorrow. The classes would be only from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, regular classes will have. And Saturday, you will have the test. This day is dedicated for tests. Okay. Every weekend, most probably you will get the test. So tomorrow then Saturday, no sir, tomorrow we'll have the test, miss what we have completed, basics only now. With the ABCD letters, we'll not have the test now. At least something we have to enter, right? So this Saturday, you will not have the test. From next Saturday onwards, the test will start. By the next Saturday, we'll complete the within the core Python few concepts. So based on those concepts, I'm going to have the test at least. Is the point is clear? So tomorrow there is no test. Tomorrow there is no class also. So next class would be on the Monday. So whoever has missed the previous classes, who has missed in terms of in between anything, or who has not installed the Python or Jupyter notebook or anything, everyone are going to set in the next 2 days, and from Monday everything will be as regular with no labs. Right? Now, still any questions? How much time it will take? Generally, your class will be completed from 7:30 to 9 now, and recording will be uploaded every day at morning 10 o'clock. Back the what are the team is there? The Naresh IT team, where the videos team, they'll work from morning 9 to evening 6. So again, they'll come for tomorrow morning 9 o'clock and they'll upload by 10 o'clock. So you'll receive the recordings every day morning 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock or 10:30. In between 10 o'clock, 10:30, you'll receive the recordings every day morning. For morning batch students, they'll receive by evening. So yours is evening batch now. So next day morning. Next day morning, you will receive. Clear? Can we move on to the regular class now? Everything is clear, right? Now, so from Monday, I'm going to use this one. Okay, Microsoft OneNote. In this only, I'm going to write everything. Today, I'm not going to use because of this pen is having some issue. Battery might be completed. And so from Monday, I'm going to use this pen only to write the running notes. And what are the running notes I'm writing here in this note? I'm going to share directly immediately after the class in front of you only. In class notes along with the course. What are the Python course are there? It will be uploaded. So you can revise the notes and you can revise the course and practice properly. Okay? Clear, guys? Now, so maximum try to keep your efforts from learning point of view. I will keep my efforts from the to get the maximum subject for you, and immediately by end of this course will be ended when it is a 4.5 months duration I have told you. So where 4 months is our regular classes would be 4 months will be our regular classes, that is content. Okay, 4 months will be course content with tests and everything. This will be for 4 months. Course contents will be covered. Along with that, we are going to have the tests. These are all completed in 4 months. Apart from this 4 months, first 1 week would be demo. So 1 week is demo. All right. And last 1 week. So 1 week will be on your exclusively interview preparation, your resume building, interview questions, how you have to handle in the interview, and mock interviews. Exclusively, that is going to be 1 week. 5 sessions will be exclusively only for that. In the resume, what you have to write. In the resume, how you have to keep the order. Which one will have the more weightage? Which will have the less weightage? How the resumes will be shortlisted in the company. Once you share, what happens in the back end? In the companies, how they are going to call you. I mean, how they are going to select first your resume. After selecting, you will get a call from them that we have received your resume for this particular job, and they are going to discuss on the phone. In the phone call, if everything is clear, then they are going to schedule the interview. In the interview, what type of questions they are going to ask? How in the question, when they ask the questions, how your behavior pattern should be there, and how the things will be done. And sample mock interviews also will be done. So this is going to be for 1 week exclusively interview preparation for your placements. That is going to be the last week. So the course is of 4.5 months. So now it is started on the February 3rd. So February 3rd plus 4.5 months, if you count, including the demo and including the interview preparation, if you count the total, you are going to get March 3rd, April 3rd, May 3rd, June 3rd, and June 18th. So simply assume that by June end, your batch will be completed. In between, again, don't ask the questions, sir, when the batch will be completed. Batch will be completed when all the course topics are completed. If any one topic is not completed also, batch will not be completed. Batch will be extended. Okay, topic has to be completed, test has to be completed, evaluation has to be done. Finally, job you have to get. Your target and my target should be only one. June 30th is our job. We are going to complete the batch now. June 31st, you have to be in the company. I mean, sorry, not June 31st. June 31st will not be there. July 1st. The moment we complete the course, the next day morning, you have to be in the company. If possible, 1 day before only. That should be your target and my target. You have to give your efforts in learning. I have to give my efforts to give the maximum content in a easy way to the real world. Examples. Finally, both are working for the single target only. That is jobs. You also want the jobs with the maximum package. I also want the jobs with the maximum number of students. You want for your career, I want for my career. Because if my students get more placements, automatically for me the demand will be more. The more number of students will join in my course, automatically I can demand more salary in Naresh IT. Point is very simple. Okay? Open. Everything is open. Is the points are clear now? Right? Sir, if the doubts are in the comment section are not clear, it will be cleared. Every question will be cleared. Till it is not clear, don't leave the session. If possible, take the screenshot if your question is not clear. And if any questions are missed, so as one of the student Funny is saying that, so few of the doubts in the comment section are not cleared, sir. Which questions? What are the questions are not clear? Funny, I can't see your question, please. Could you retype your question? Copy paste. Okay. Plan according to this, not mine, but of others. I think all the questions are clear. Any others questions are not clear? Anyone? Abhishek, I'm able to open the drive in the mobile, but I'm not able to open in the laptop. Abhishek, first use your register mail ID and log in into the Google Classroom. Use the same mail ID. Don't use a different mail ID. Then only you can see that. What about the projects? When it will be assigned? The moment we complete the Python, whenever we complete the Python, immediately at the end of the Python, one project will be done. At the time of Python completion, immediately I'm going to assign you the one project for your practice purpose and for your resume purpose. So the more number of projects you practice here, the more number of projects. So don't say that in the class one project we are completing and I'm sharing one project for assignment as a test. Okay, one project you have to select apart from that resume. So in each area you are going to do three projects. So multiple projects. The more number of projects you practice more number of projects. The more number of projects you practice, you will get placed quickly. That is called as experience. So I'm having more amount of experience. What is the meaning of more amount of experience? Means in dealing with the multiple projects. Every type of different business problems I have solved. So what is that means? I have practiced the more number of things basically. Only difference is I'm using the word called as experience because I have done inside the company. You are using the word called as practice because you are doing in the lab. But both are same basically. We both are doing the same things. I am also trying a new data set in my company. You are also trying a new data set which you don't know. Do you think in my company as of now, if I'm working as a data analyst, they'll give the same data set which I have worked earlier? Same data set, already the project is completed. One more time they'll pay the salary. For paid project only one more time they'll pay. Which person will pay like that? So tomorrow if I join in a company and I'm working as a data analyst means, for me also I'm going to receive a new data set only, which I have not seen in my life. How you have not seen in your life for practice purpose, same way for me also. Only thing is, you will take time to understand that one. I will take less time to understand that one because I have practiced earlier similar kind of projects. That is called as my experience. I will complete the project in 1 hour. You will take the project to complete 2 hours or 3 hours. Time might be different. But for you also it is a new data set. For me also it is a new data set. Is the points are clear, guys? Done? So the more number of projects you practice, you will get the more experience. Without practicing, don't ask the experience. Experience means what? Means trying on the new data sets multiple. Dedicating the more amount of time for your practice is called as experience. Right, guys? Now, as one of the student has asked me earlier one question that by doing the internship or sir, after this course, can we get the internship opportunity? Why to get internship? Directly job only you are getting. When you are getting the directly job, why to get the internship opportunity? Why? Directly job only you are getting now. Sir, for example, sir, if I do the internship, can I get with respect to better package? I mean, after doing the internship, can we get the better package? Miss, obviously, this is common question and common answer. Everyone knows this one. But I'm asking a simple question. Why? Why a person has done the internship, after doing the internship, he'll get the more salary? What is the reason behind that? Reason. There should be some reason. Now. We call it as he'll be having some experience in the real world. What is meant by experience? He has done some project in the company. Now, what I want to say to you guys, try this one. And if it is not successful, ask me at the end. Now, this call is getting recorded. I mean, this video, this what are the I'm discussing with you, this is getting recorded and it will be forever with the recording students and everything. Right? Now, only one point I want to say. Morning 9 to 6. Earlier to one of the student, I have told you this. Morning 9 to 6, generally office timings would be daily 9 hours, out of which 8 hours of work with 1 hour lunch break. Okay? 9 to 6 will be there. 9 hours we will spend in the office overall. Apart from the lunch break, 8 hours. Now, here you are going to spend from 7:30 to 9, 1.5 hour class. Other than 1.5 hour class, remaining balance 6.5 hours you sit in the lab only. 6.5 hours you sit in the lab. For example, assume your timings are 12 to 9. 12 to 9. This is your timings. Out of 12 to 9, 6.5 hours is for practice in lab. Sir, can we sit for 6.5 hours in the lab? They'll allow. 100% they'll allow. 100% they'll allow. Okay, 6.5 hours you please practice. After practicing 6.5 hours, 1 hour for lunch break. For break, overall your break. And 1.5 hour is for class. Stay in Naresh IT from 12 to 9 every day. Okay, in class. Daily dedicate 9 hours like this. After 9 hours dedicating like this, if you don't receive the package of minimum freshers, I'm saying about the freshers, experienced people, what are your previous experience salary with 20% hike? Freshers, I'm saying, freshers, if you don't receive the salary minimum of 5 lakhs package, collect the course fees from me. Your entire course fees you collect from me. Literally for you, job guarantee I'm giving. You'll ask the placement distance, sir, whether you'll give this one or that one, you'll ask now. I'm saying directly job only. Okay, dedicate like this. If you don't get the job, I'll be the responsible person for you. Whoever the person takes this challenge, I'll be responsible. So every person takes me, every person I'm responsible. For every person, I'll refund the course fees. Individual person. How many persons are participating in this challenge? For every person, I am responsible. Is that clear? Now, literally, you are working for 4 months internship. Literally, you are doing the 4 months internship in the Naresh IT at free of cost. Do this. After 4 months, if you don't get the job. So here the point is very simple, guys. Everyone wants the job. Everyone wants the job. So take the job. But at the same time, have the subject. Without subject, don't expect the job. That is the only point. Very simple point. Is the point is clear now? Including your total 6.5 hour practice, 8 hours only. In the company, 8 hours you will work. In Naresh IT, you can't work for 8 hours. Huh? You are not having the habit to sit for 8 hours in a continuation one place. But suddenly after joining in the company, you'll have the habit of 8 hours to sit. Huh? What is this logic? Tomorrow, if I give the job, you'll sit 8 hours in the company. Huh? For job, you'll sit. For learning, you'll not sit for 8 hours. You are having the more interest on money rather than learning. Logically, I'm discussing everything logically. If it is making logical sense, means understand. No, sir, it is not logical sense, means shift delete. Completely delete this one. Whatever I'm discussing, delete. If it is feeling logically correct, means think about this one. Sir is saying correctly or wrong. Think. I'm asking 8 hours only, na. I'm not asking any additional time, na. In the company, 8 hours you'll work. Same thing I'm asking. Now you'll have same thing, na. Additional, did I ask any 1 hour or 2 hours extra? No, right? Including 1.5 hour class. This 1.5 hour class, here it is class. In company, what it is called as meeting. Every day 1.5 hour meeting will be there, obviously. Morning half an hour, evening half an hour meetings will be there. Common. Morning first half an hour meeting only will be there. Your day will start with the meeting. Data analyst job role starts with the meeting every day. On that day, what work you have to do, they'll explain. At the end meeting, they'll ask what work you have completed. First meeting is what you have to do. Last meeting is what you have done. So every day they'll take the report of whatever the work you have done. In that 8 hours work, what you have done. Every day the meeting will be there like this. So assume the same thing here. Think that you are doing the 4 months internship at Naresh IT. 100%. This all the things what you are doing now for your career only, not for anyone's outsiders. Only for your career. Right? All these things are clear, guys. So who are the sincere students or dedicated students are there? Please apply the logic. It is online or offline, it is not important. Sincerely doing 6.5 hours sitting and we are working or not, that is important. If you cheat me also, you know, internally you know, right? What you are doing. How many hours you are dedicating, you know, right? At least. 100% I'm guarantee. Whoever are dedicating the good amount of time, at the end, they will get the jobs blindly. In this, no doubt. Without experience, you are saying, as a data analyst, I am saying, by understanding the past data, my work is only data analyst work. So in the previous, how many students I have trained, in that how many students has got the placed, which type of students has got placed, I don't know. Do you think that I have not done any kind of data analysis on that? Right? As a data analyst, I'm speaking. I have observed with multiple students who has done with dedication and who has really worked and who has done the projects, who has copied the projects. Copying the projects is very simple now. Becoming a copycat is very simple. Becoming a creativity, that things only difficult. Creating something is difficult. So creativity always leads to the better career. Copy people always goes to the back. For your simple understanding, I'll say, I think most of you are good at movies by watching the movies. In the movies, directors will be there, right? Some directors are there, whether it is Hindi language or Telugu language or English language, whatever it is. So in that directors, multiple directors are there. In that, some directors will be copycats. They'll copy from other directors. That seems this one like that. Those temporarily they'll click, but after that, those names also will not hear. But the people, some people will be there. They'll create every time new things. And those people will rule the industry. And others will copy from them. Think in your mind which other name comes now. Think. They are creativities or copycats. Right? Example purpose, guys. Similarly in this one also. Don't always try to copy. Try to work on the own. Right? Now, coming back to the, so everything is clear now. Notes is clear. That one is clear. Everything is clear, right? Now let us get into the subject. Now technical. Non-technical is completely completed. Now let us move into the technical. Now, so simple. Not. So here, as one of the student is asking the question, what is the question is, this is the question. Just I have typed the copy the question. Question is, sir, length function of xyz is a single value in the Python. So if I print the length of xyz, what is the output? So it is 3 or it is 1. It is a 3. Number of characters now. When you are applying the string, on the string, you are going to get the number of characters. So it is going to be, the answer is 3. So you are going to get the number of characters. This is string. So now the same thing when you apply on the 1, 2, 3, it will throw the error also. Length function is not even applicable on the int. So here length function is applicable only on the strings, and length function is applicable in terms of one string. In the strings, it gives the number of characters. When you take the string, it gives the number of characters. And the length function is applicable on the list. For list, tuple, set, and dictionary. For these 4, it gives the number of values inside the object. For advanced data types, it gives the output as number of values. For string, the length function will give the number of characters. Length function will give. Clear? Now, is your question is clear, guys? Right. Now, let's move on to the next one. So, as I've told you, in today's class, we are going to discuss in detail about the data types one by one. Each data type in detail. So, either you can use the Spider or you can use the Jupyter Notebook. Choice is yours. Whichever you feel comfortable, that one you can choose. Only difference is in the Jupyter Notebook versus Spider. Here in the Spider, you will have the variable explorer. In the Jupyter Notebook, that option is not available. So for example, let's take like this. Let's start with the data types. Heading is data types, guys. So within the data types, okay, here I'm going to take A is equal to 10. Okay, assume this variable explorer is not there. What are the variable explorer is there? This tab is not available. This window is not available. A is equal to 10. After A is equal to 10, then how to check what is the value inside the A is we have to use the print A. Print A will give the value inside the A. At the same time, type of A will give you the type of the object. In the type function, either you have to write the variable name or value. Then you are going to see the output here. Only in the Spider, you are having the additional advantage. Without printing the value, you can see. Without typing the type of object, you can see the type. These two things automatically you can see here. Okay, only that is possible in the Spider. In all other cases, you have to write the code like this. What is inside the value inside the M is print A. What is the type of M is type of A. In everything, you have to use this one. Only in the Spider, you can use this one. Next, coming to the next one. So int type followed by we are having the float. So B is equal to 15.6. Okay, 15.6. What is the type of B, guys? Type of B. You have to write type of B. Type of B is a float data type. right? Now, next C is equal to true. What is true? It is a Boolean data type, bool. So if you ask what is the type of C, it is a Boolean data type, right? And even C, or in terms of if you take D, D is equal to false. What is the type of this? Type of D is Boolean. Okay. So see here, one of the student will say that, sir, assume, let's take an example. Type of D. What is the type of D? I got name error that D is not defined. Now one of the students will ask like this, sir, here I have written the D, sir, but here it is still showing the name error, sir. Why? You have written, but have you executed? You have but have you executed? Writing is different, executing that one is different. See here, I will write this one, something, something. Have I executed that one? To throw the error. Why here error is not there? Means I have not executed now. If I execute, it is going to throw the syntax error. I have not executed now. So similarly, I have written the code here, but I have not executed. So to execute, first we have to click on this. Then you can ask the type of D. Then it will give the Boolean. Without executing, how it will give the answer? Okay. Now, next question would be like this. Sir, E is equal to 28 or 30. E is equal to 30. Okay. Now, print E. Print E. Now, after printing E, what is the answer? Print E means it is going to give the output as 30. As everyone is clear now? Now, sir, here I am deleting the E, sir. E was deleted. Now, E letter is not available there. Now, still I am printing the E one more time. Now, after deleting also, again I am executing. Now, after executing this one, still 30 is giving now. How it is possible? E was deleted, no, sir. You deleted writing, you have deleted a object, you have deleted a writing part, you have deleted, edited the code, but where you have executed that one? Edited the code, but this deleting this one means deleting the object is not. Deleting the object will be done only by how? Del E. Then only the object will be deleted. Simply if you write here backspace, E is deleted means it is not deleted. It is editing the code. Okay. Then only E will be deleted. Now if you ask print E, now E is not there. Simply if you writing here E is equal to 30, sir, now I have deleted E, sir, means it is not deleting the object. It is deleting the what you have written. You have edited the code. Is the points are clear? Everyone? Now, so here, next one is, next I'm going to take F is equal to 2 plus 3j. What is this? It is a complex number. So what is the type of F means? It is going to say it is a complex number. It is an int number. It is a float number. It is a complex number. In this, I want exclusively real number. What is real number in this? 2 is considered as real number. What is the imaginary number? 3. 3 is considered as imaginary number. So F dot real will give you the real number. Within the F, first it will check what is F. F should be complex number, then only this code will be executed. Okay, F dot real will give you the real value, and similarly F dot imag, that is imaginary number. It gives the imaginary number. Okay, real number, imaginary number, you can get like this. Sir, for example, F is equal to 24. Now, F is instead of F, let us go with the G is equal to 24. G is equal to 24. Now, G dot real. If you ask G dot real, means you are asking the real part within the G. Now, what is the value means 24. What is the imaginary part in this? What is the imaginary part, guys? 0. 0 into J. 24 into 0 into J. Imaginary part is not there. Only real part is there. Now, for example, you are going to take like this. H is equal to 35.4. minus 35.4. Okay. Now, what is the type of H? What is the type of H, guys? It is a float data type. Now, if you ask what is the type of H, you are going to get float. It is a float data type. Now, H dot real. H dot within the H, what is the real value? So, what is the real value within the H? Within the H, it is minus 35.4. What is the imaginary part of H? It is 0. So, you are going to get the 0. So, for int and floats, their imaginary part is 0. Is the points are clear? And these complex numbers will be used only by the mathematicians who are using the complex numbers concepts. Okay, in our real life, we are not going to use. Next, S is equal to hello. And I'm going to write only in the single quote. In the single quote, I'm writing. And this I'm going to give the variable name called as S1. Is that okay? S1 is fine. Is there any problem with the variable name? So, is this as per the syntax? And it is going to accept. Now, if I print S1, what is the output of S1? And it is going to print the output as hello. Now, S2 is equal to, okay, instead of this one, I'm going to take the double quotes hello. Now, if I execute this one and I print the S2, what is the answer? It is also hello only. So there is no difference. If you write in the single quotes or if you write in the double quotes, it indicates there is no difference. Right? Now, S3 is equal to same hello. I'm going to use the triple quotes. Triple single quotes. And I'm printing the S3. And if you want to execute 2 lines at a time also, you can select the 2 lines and click on this. 2 lines will be executed. And what is the output? Hello. Now from these 3, what we are going to understand? Whether it is a single quote, whether it is a double quote, whether it is a triple quote, answer is same. Now, S4 is equal to 3 double quotes. First, second, third. 3 double quotes and ending also 3 double quotes. And I'm printing the print S4. What is the answer? Hello. So, when you are having the line, single line string in one line, whether it is single quote, whether it is double quote, whether it is triple single quotes or triple double quotes also, no difference. Everything is same. When you are having the single line string. Now, I'm going to take the same thing, same logic I'm applying. S5 is equal to, I'm writing here Siva. As I've told you, single quote or double quote, anything is not a problem now. I'm writing in the single quote, Siva. In the next line, I'm writing Rama. In the next line, I'm writing the Krishna. 3 lines I'm using. Right side part, I'm using in the 3 lines. Left side variable name is this one. And I'm asking to print S5. So, when I'm printing the S5, it is going to throw the error, syntax error. So when you are having the multi-line string, right side when you are having the multi-line string, what is this one versus this one means single line, right side you are having in the multi-line. When you are having the multi-line, in that case, if I use the single quote or if I use the double quote like this, in this case, let us try with the double quote. In this case also, it is going to throw the error. So when you are having the multiple lines, you have to obviously use the triple quotes only. That is the syntax. Triple single or triple double. Single or double, that is your choice, but triple should be there, 3 should be there. And if you print the S5, what is S5 means? Siva, next line Rama, next line Krishna. Okay, now what is the difference between this one versus this one means? S6 is equal to Siva space Rama space Krishna. What is the difference between this one and what is the difference between this one? This is multi-line string. This is single line string. That to one string only. This is also one string only. This is also one string only. Now, what is this one then? This is Siva, Kama, Rama, Kama, Krishna. So, what is this one? This is This is called as single line string. Okay, this is called as single line string. You can give the notes like this. I'm writing the comment. What is the comment is single line string. Okay, this is the example. If you are having the multi-line string, when you are having the data in the multi-line string, this is the example, multi-line string. But in the single line string or multi-line string, it is one string only. But whereas this one is multiple strings only. This is not multi-line, it is multiple strings. That is the difference between three. Okay, single line string, multi-line string, multiple strings. So multiple strings cannot be stored in the string object. This can be stored in the string. What is the type of x6? If you ask what is the type of S6, what is the type of S6 means? It is going to say as string. If you want the print S6, if you want to print the X6, what is X6 means? It is going to print the Shivaram Krishna in one line only. Output is Shivaram Krishna along with the string data type. So now, if you observe clearly, for Shivaram Krishna, OUT is not there. For string, OUT is there. Why, sir? Why OUT like this? So now, this line you are printing with using the print support or without using the print support. For this line, print is there or not? So which line is not having the print and which is without using the print, it is printing now? It will give the OUT. Now, if you write for the same thing, print, see, print of type of X6. If I am writing like this, so I'm asking to print. Now, in this case, it is not going to give the OUT. Directly answer it will give without writing the OUT. Is the point is clear? One more time with a simple example. Clearly observe. A is equal to 40. Right? A is equal to 40. Now, what is inside the A? I want to see what is inside the A. How to see that one? Print A is the one option. Print A is one option. Here directly you will get the what is the inside the A. Without printing, directly simply you ask A. No need to even use the print also. Simply ask A. And if you execute also, it will give the 40. What is the difference between this 40 and this 40 means? Here OU2 is there, here OU2 is not there. So whichever the line of code without writing the print, so it clearly indicates that I'm printing you. So whichever the line of code is already having the print, it will not separately mention that it is an output. It is obviously output. Is the point is clear? The difference is clear? In this way you can print, in this way also you can print. But one is giving with OUT without OUT. Is that clear now? Now, here, this one, coming to this one, print, I am printing the S5. What is S5? Shiva, next line Rama, next line Krishna. And print type of S5. I am printing even the type of S5. What is the type of S5? It is a string. So let us cross check. S5, Shivaram Krishna, and what is that data type? String type. Now, this one, similar way, this one also, print S7, and also I'm printing the print type of S7. Now, what is this one? So, S7 will be printed with multiple strings, that is Shiva, Rama, Krishna. And what is the type of this one? Means by default, it will take the tuple. When you don't write the parenthesis, it will automatically take the parenthesis. When you are having the right side multiple values, it will automatically assign to the tuple, parenthesis. Yesterday we have discussed what is tuple. Multiple values inside the parenthesis is called as tuple. So it is going to add in the tuple like this. See, when you are having the like this, Shiva bracket was added. Can you see? Shiva, Rama, Krishna printing. And what is the type of this one? Is tuple data type. Is the point is clear? Sir, for example, A is equal to 30. Left side, how many variables are there? One variable. Right side, how many variables are there? Sorry, right side, how many values are there? One value. Left side, one variable. Right side, one value is there means it is fundamental data type. left side one variable is there, but right side multiple values are there means it is advanced data type, right? So what is the difference between this one versus this one means this one is int data type. A is a int data type. If I print the type of A, okay, what is the type of A? If I execute this one, what is the type of A? A is equal to 30, type spelling mistake. A is equal to 30, and what is the type of A? Int type. Same thing if I ask for this one, left side one variable name, but right side I'm using the two values, more than one value, then automatically it will store the tuple. Sir, for example, left side you are having the two variables, not one variable, two variables are there. Two variables are there means automatically it will come to the multiple variable assignment concept. How many variables are there on the left side? That many value should be on the right side. Okay. When you are having only one variable, so you can write clearly in the notes, left side when you have a single variable name, right side you can have the single value, or with single variable name you can have the multiple values. With one variable name you can have the multiple values. Multiple values. But when you are having here left side, you are having the left side multiple variables. When you are having the left side multiple variable names, 100% right side should be multiple values only. Single value cannot be possible on the right side. Is the point is clear? Everyone. When you are having the single variable, single value for single variable name, multiple values, it will take automatically the tuple. By default, it will take the tuple when you write values like that. Right, guys? Next. In the chat box, one of the student is asking, sir, why Python doesn't take the first variable A, sir? Both A are same, right? Which A? Which one you are saying? Now, as one of the student is asking, sir, why it is not taken as list or set? Why it is taken only as the tuple? Even here, when you are having the multiple values, by default, why it is considering only the tuple? By default, why it is storing the tuple only? For example, A is equal to 30, 40 you have written. And what is inside the A? What is inside the A means print A. If you print A, what is the A? Tuple of 30, 40. That is the output you are going to get. Tuple of. So now the question is, why it has to take only parenthesis? Why it should not take the square brackets, or why it should not take the curly brackets? Why it should not consider list, or why it should not consider the set? Why it has to consider only the tuple? Reason behind that is, now here you are going to understand a new concept called as all the int, float, complex, boolean, string. All these 5 of them are fundamental data type. Along with that, they are immutable data types. The concept is called as immutable data types. And coming to the list, set, dictionary. These three comes under mutable data types. Okay. And tuple is there now. Now tuple comes under also immutable. These are all the fundamental data types with immutable. Tuple is advanced data type with immutable. This is also immutable only. So by default, it is choosing the immutable data type. Now you will ask the next question. What is mutable and immutable? That is the interview question. So earlier, do you remember one interview question we have completed? What is that interview question? What is the difference between the compiler versus interpreter? Now, second interview question. What is the difference between the mutable and immutable? I told you that for interview questions separately bring the book. Do you remember that one? In that, write all the interview questions, whatever we are discussing in the class. At the end, revise that one and go for the interview. You will get selected by default. Right? Now, so what is the difference between the immutable and mutable data types? This is the interview question and one of the most important interview question also. What is the difference between mutable and immutable data types? Right? Now, what is the difference means once value was assigned to an object, it cannot be modified. Once a value is assigned to a object, once a value is assigned to an object, it can't be modified. The value can't be modified. The value inside the object can't be modified, and it is called as immutable data types. The value inside the object can't be modified is called as immutable. What is mutable then? Opposite to this, can be modified. Instead of can't, you have to take can. Once a value is assigned to an object, the value inside the object can be modified is called as mutable. That is the difference between these two. Could you explain with a simple example? Let's try with a small example. Okay. This difference, let us try with a small example. Now here I'm going to take A is equal to 45. Now what happens means basically it is going to create an object. One object will be created. Okay. What is that object it is going to create? A is equal to 45. A. Okay. Now what is the A miss? It is a what type of object it is? It is a immutable. Immutable means inside the A, now you can't replace the 45. You can't do anything. You can't add a new value inside that. You can't delete that one, or you can't replace that. Modify. What is meant by modification? Means adding. These three will come under modifications. Modification means adding, deleting, replacing. These three are called as modification. And once the value was assigned to the object, you cannot do the modification. No more modification in the immutable. Sir, means what? Very simple. A is equal to 45 now. Now I want to replace the 45 with 46. No, it is not possible. Sir, I want to delete 45. No, that is also not possible. Sir, I want to add new value 45. That is also not possible. Simply nothing is possible. It is called as immutable. Sir, for example, if I write A is equal to 46, you told na earlier, latest value only will be stored. Now A is equal to 45, A is equal to 46. 46. Now 45 will be replaced. No, sir. No, it is not going to replace. It will create a new object separately 46 with A. And the old object will be deleted. Inside that object, no more modifications. Sir, how you know? I will show you how I know. Very simple. That we are going to check by using the address of the object, ID. So now clearly observe this one. Okay. A is equal to 45. A is equal to 45. And I'm printing the A. What is the A? 45. And what is the type of A? Print. In other programming language, in other IDs, you have to write like this, print type of A. But in the Spider, Directly by opening the variable explorer, you can see. Now, what is the A value? 45. Okay, I'm going to execute this one. Once I execute, what is the A value now? 45. What is the data type? Int type. Okay, is that fine now, everyone? Now, after this, I'm writing A is equal to 46. Now, what is the A value? 46. Sir, it was replaced. No, sir, simply. You told that it is not replaced. Now, let us see. First, I'm going to check. I told you that first this line will be executed. Once this line was executed in the backend, what happens? It is going to create one object 45 and gives the name called as A. And for this object, one ID will be given. I'm going to ask what is the ID of A. First, A is equal to 45. Now, what is the A value? What is the A value, guys? 45. What is the ID? ID means address. This is called as address. Address of the object. Okay. Now, 46. I'm executing 46. After executing the 46, I'm asking now what is the ID? Now tell me whether this ID and whether this ID both are same. Let me execute this. Now you tell me whether these both IDs are same or different. Objects IDs are different means objects are different. If IDs are same means then in that case it has replaced the 45 with 46. Then ID will be the same. Address will be the same. But here address is different means what is the meaning means the old object it has not replaced. Instead of replacing the old object, it has created a new object with 46 with the name A. Since two objects cannot have the same name, the old object was deleted. Like this it has done in the backend. For all the immutable objects, it is going to do like this. Is the point is clear? Okay, sir. Done. But what about the list? You told that list is mutable now. Show that example also. Let us see. List is equal to L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can you see here? L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 list. Okay. And I'm asking the ID of L, some address. I'm going to get the some address. Note this address. And in the backend, what it is going to do? It is going to store 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the L. Right? Now, that is the address, some address of this particular object. What of this circle is that address, that object address. Now, what I'm going to do means, I'm going to replace the 2 with 20. How to replace the 2 with 20 means, this is the code. Don't ask this code, I'll explain later. But here I'm explaining only the, now can you see here, 2 was replaced with the 20 in the L. Earlier it is 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Now it is, the 2 was replaced with the 20. Now, my question is, it has created a new object or in the same object? That is the point, right? In the same object means mutable. It has created a new object means immutable. ID of L. What is the ID of L? Same address or different address? 1, 2, 3, 4 is in the same object. 1, 20, 3, 4 also in the same object. Means it has modified the value. Is the point is clear? So lists are considered as mutable objects. So along with your fundamental data types, by default tuple is also immutable. Now same logic. So now in front of you I have written one code now. What is that code is this one. Let us modify this code to tuple like this. Let us modify the brackets like this. Now what is the L is equal to tuple. Earlier it is list type. Now it is tuple type. Now I'm asking what is the ID. Some ID number I'm going to get. Now I'm going to try to replace 2 with 20. Now it is throwing the error. What is that? Tuple object doesn't support item assignment. Means you can't replace like that. It will throw the error. List is supporting, tuple will not support because it is immutable. Once the object is created means no more modifications in the object. It is called as immutable. If modifications are allowed, it is called as mutable. That is the difference between them. Sir, now A is equal to 30. Okay, A is equal to 30. Now del A, I'm deleting now. A is deleted. You told that earlier delete is not possible, no sir. Replace, okay. Example you have shown. Deleting is not possible, you told now I have deleted now. What I have told you clearly, observe this one sentence. Whether I have told object deletion is not possible or value deletion is not possible. Once a value is assigned to an object, the value inside the object cannot be modified. Value cannot be modified, not object. Na? So now you are raking here 45 with A and you are deleting the entire object now. You are not deleting the internal value, right? Are you deleting only 45? It is like this? No. You are deleting the entire object. Entire object can be deleted. Internal values you can't touch. Within the immutable objects, internal values you can't touch. You can't replace, you can't delete. You can't do anything. Is the points are clear? So for example, you are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a list type. Same 1, 2, 3, 4. You are having in terms of A, it is a tuple object. This is list object, this is tuple object. Inside this 2 you can delete only 2. I can delete or not. Yes or no miss, I can delete. In this I can delete the 2 miss, no, I can't delete. Why? Because list is mutable. You can play internally values whatever you want, but this is immutable. Internal values you can't touch. Overall object you can delete, but internally you can't do anything. Inside the object you can't do anything. Internally you can't do anything. Outside you can do anything. Is the points are clear? That is the difference between the mutable and immutable, and the reason why it takes automatically by default tuple, because tuple is immutable. That is the reason it will take default here for Shivaram Krishna, Siva Rama Krishna. Though you have not given the brackets also, it will take automatically by default as tuple. The reason behind that one is it is immutable. Now it is clear, mutable and immutable, and what is the reason behind it is taking the tuple? Is your question is clear now? Right? Done. Yeah. Can we write like A is equal to B is equal to 10? Yes, absolutely. A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 10. What is this concept is called as? Multiple variable assignment. You are assigning the 3 variables with a single value. Either you can write like this, or you can write A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 10 comma 10. If you write like this or like this, answer is same. When you are having the 3 values of same, then you can go with this one. Multiple variables you can assign with a single value. Multiple variables you can assign with a different values. Different values you can assign. Choice is yours. Single value you can assign, multiple value you can assign. Clear guys? Everyone? So multi-line strings and everything. Now in the strings, S is equal to, if I write in the S hello, okay, difference now you have to observe clearly. A is equal to 30 means it is going to create an object 30 with A. B is equal to 45.2. It is going to create an object 45.2 with B. C is equal to true. If I write like this, it is going to create an object true with name as C. If I write D is equal to Siva, it is going to create an object Siva with name D. No, it is not like this. Internally also again, it is going to take sub for 1 character 1 box. Inside the string, 1 character will be stored in the 1 box. For remaining things, it is not possible. Only for the strings, it is possible. Why? Why strings are special? Because in others, only numerator is possible. In the string, text is possible, numerator is possible, everything is possible. Now tell me guys, C is equal to, not C, E. E is equal to 1, 2, 3. F is equal to 1, 2, 3. What is the difference between these two? Above, E is considered as int data type. F is considered as string data type. This we call it as 123. This call it as string 123. This is not 123. This is a number 123. This we call it as string 123. Okay. So this is a int data type. This is a string data type. When you store the value, 123 will be stored in this way. When you store this value, 123 will be stored as 1, 2, 3 in this way, separately. What is the reason behind that is, from here we'll move on to the next class. Next class is exclusively on the strings. One class we are dedicating only for the strings. Okay, done. That is on Monday. Till this, whatever we have discussed, all the notes was uploaded. Everything was uploaded. Please check, including the today's class. How the complex data types? Normal, general 1 plus 2, 3j, normal, as normal integers only. Right? Still, any questions? Online students, if you are having any questions, please type your questions. Offline students, if you are not having any questions, you can leave. If you are having any questions, stay back and ask all your questions. Whoever the students are having the questions, please stay back. Renuka is asking, sir, if I want to print the output of A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, C is equal to 10 in the next line, then you have to write. Okay, I got your question. Okay, Renuka. Of course, this is in the next topic. Will come actually, but since you are asking, A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Right? So A value 10, B value 20, C value 30. Print. If I print A comma B comma C, that is by default, it is going to give 10 space, 20 space, 30. But your requirement is not space, you want in the next line. So here you have to write END is equal to /n. You have to write /n, that is next line. Means after one value, you want in the next line. Or is that point is clear? Separator is equal to next line. Means second one should be separated by next line instead of space. By default, it will take the space between the two values. Renuka, is your question is clear, right? Next line means /n. Yes, thank you. Done. Still, any questions? And offline and online students, please contact the admin for Google Classroom access. If you are having if you want Google Classroom access, please contact the admin. Next, Govardhan Reddy. I have a doubt, sir. Earlier to you, 3 plus 4j is a complex number. Okay. And you said 3 is a real part and 4 is a imaginary part. Okay. Then what about the j, sir? J, generally the imaginary part we are going to represent in India, a plus ib. What is meant by ib? Square root of -3. For example, square root of, what is the difference between this one versus this one, guys? Govardhan. What is the square root of 4? What is the square root of 4? 2. Perfect. What is the square root of -4? Govardhan. What is the square root of -4? So that is nothing but square root of 4 into square root of -1, which is square root of 4 is 2. Square root of -1 only is called as I. In India, we'll write as I. In US, they'll write as J. Imaginary part. Square root of -1 is not possible, which is called as imaginary part. The imaginary part representation is that. That is a representation basically. Is the point is clear? Done. Next, any questions? Yeah, one more doubt. that here you are having within the string. What are the string you are having? In the string, what are you are having? Siva, S-I-V-A. This is overall object. A is equal to Siva when I write. In the object only, again it is dividing. For object, address will be there, not for individual value. For object, address is there. Overall object. And in detail of the strings, we are going to discuss in the next class. Very clearly, I will discuss in the next class. Why they have created a separate box like this, what is the purpose, and how we are going to do. In this, again, how to separately extract the V value only, how to extract IV. Sivarama Krishna is there. One entire string is Sivaram Krishna. In that, I want only the Rama. How to take the Rama outside. Like that. All these things we are going to discuss in the next class very detailedly about the strings. Okay? Done. Yes, please. You can ask. Yeah. Please come. Okay. See, here new batches will not be predetermined by me. Only the new batches will be decided by Naresh sir. So you have to contact the Naresh ID team. When you want to join into a new batch or anything, you have to contact the Naresh ID team. You want with respect to any other faculty or only me you are asking? That one. Based on that. So if it is only from any other faculty, miss, we can get every 2 weeks once, one faculty and one course will be going on. By me only, miss, it takes every 1 month or 1.5 month gap. It dips. 1 month time. Yes. Okay.
I may not be able to automate stuff.
Okay.
With the teams I work, right? Let's say system transformation team is there.
Okay.
Transformation in my stuff.
Okay.
Understand the story they are telling me.
Okay. Okay. Now before discussing, this question is related to you or related to you? Then only you. You only discuss. This is no need of that. You are high. You are not LKG student, huh? You are not LKG student. I am not the LKG. Yes. At the same time, see, you are not able to convince or you are not able to discuss with me your right question. How you can discuss in the future the right question to a client?
Okay, you're just expanding my question.
You only expand now.
Okay, man, what is wrong again?
I'm saying that see in this absolutely there is no wrong. Absolutely there is not wrong. But only thing is it will be helpful for you. You have to speak yourself. You have to express yourself. So tomorrow, once you join in the company, there you should not face this kind of problem there. Okay.
That is fine. Let's not get into these things like.
Okay. So according to you, what you are, yeah. Okay. Fine. According to you, whatever you are discussing with me, I mean, your question, he is expanding. According to you, it is correct only, right? From your point of view, at least. Done. Continue. If you feel it is correct, continue. Simple. Okay. Okay.
Team or whatever, the business intelligence guys, he wants to understand what they're, when he keeps his vision to them, when they come back, he can challenge them that why it can't be done. So that's what the main job will be.
Done.
So
now what is the exact question in this?
So the question here is, with this course, will I be able to reach that level or not?
100%. That is the actual work of the any data analyst now. We have to get what exactly the client requirement is there. Here data analyst role, first you have to understand. I think have you attended my class of any previous what are the steps in? So my suggestion for you is please go through the recordings. Okay, you can go get the recordings from the admin. They are going to share you the recordings. Go through the first class and second class. These are the two important classes. And then you'll understand what exactly data analyst role. there what I have explained is what exactly data analysis means. Second, I have explained the life cycle of the project of data analyst. Means once the data analyst from where here they'll start, where they are going to end. Okay, the entire life cycle of the data analyst. So just you go through that life cycle, that step-by-step process. Once you go through, then automatically you'll understand that whether it is suited for you. Means what you are looking and what exactly data analyst will do, whether what you are thinking is same or not, you can understand more betterly there. Then more clarity will be there, because see, ultimately I can give the answer, but here the point is, if I give the answer or something, you are going to take your career decision just based on the 2 minutes discussion or 5 minutes discussion. Instead of that, if you go through the recording, means their elaboration will be more, because since it is your career now, so I don't want you to take the decision based on my 5 minutes, just okay, this is not a problem, we'll do like this only, that one, this one. Instead of that, exactly what data analyst will do, the elaboration will be more, right? Then you will get a more clarity on what you are doing and what had to be done. That is my suggestion. Now coming to your question point directly is, so exactly we'll understand the client requirement. After that, we'll collect the data from the client and we'll analyze the data, whatever he has provided, and we are going to explain for him. That's it. This is the work of here. Whether you may work with the team of digital marketing team or whether anything or any. So now you, whatever his ideas are there, you want to transform his idea into a project or something, means here that things will not be done by the data analyst. Data analyst will take the data and analyze the data. For example, in my class, students are there. From where I have brought the students, means that is not my work. And I want to start an organization, and in that organization I want to get I want to start a training institute, and I want to get the some students. If there I can do the something. This is not my work. My work is already I have received the students. Now I have to understand their individual profile, from which background they belongs to, which type of students are enrolled. And once I understand, according to that, I have to deliver the class. This is the work assigned for me, and I have to do this work. Again, starting a new organization, a new training institute separately, there you can get the more number of students now. That one, this one, that work is entirely different. The job description is different. That business analysis is different. That is different. Here, as a data analyst, what is my work? That is not my work. What is exactly my work means? What are the data was provided to you? In that, what are the things you are observing? And from that, how you can develop the business within that. Is the point is clear? What clarity? Anything?
But why you got offended still?
Which hey, and in terms of, because I'm assuming that whoever the students are asking the doubts, I feel that my students, I don't want my students to depend on anytime on others. Generally, not only here, come to my regular class morning hours. There also, any student I'll ask, you have to ask. Say some people will have the communication skills problem. Take time. You can't properly communicate to me only who are familiar person or who will not do anything. Here only you are not able to commit, miss in the real life how you can do. So I want to train them from the base only. I don't want this suddenly. Some people will have the fear as a student's level. I'm discussing at the student level. Some people will have the fear. Now at the end we'll say that don't have any fear, miss suddenly fear will go up. No, no. They have to be habituated. How they'll be habituated, miss? By speaking. To whom? To me only. When they speak continuously to me, when they are interacting with me, and when they're asking the doubts at free, then automatically the freeness will come. If they feel the shyness, or if they feel that, okay, sir, is something serious or something like this, if they think miss, in the interview room also,
See here, what we are discussing about is sometimes that
you are completely, yeah, completely. You are experienced people. You are, I'm thinking always from the fresher point of view as a student point of view.
So the reason is right. See, for him, this 7:30 to 9 batch is more
Comfortable time.
comfortable.
But this 7:30 batch, after again 4 months only, we'll get the again 7:30. Once this course is completed, that is after
We
the,
are already taking this class and
It's already started.
yes. Again, same 7:30 you want, miss. Again, we have to meet in the July first week only.
If someone, some other faculty starts from next 2 weeks, online or somewhere in the offline only. So that batch I can join, but not you.
Exactly. Okay. Whether positive, good only.
That's the reason.
Okay.